again. My name is Allison and I'm the Public Program Specialist here at the Peel Art Gallery Museum and Archives, otherwise known as PAMA, located in downtown Brampton. For those of you who are joining us, welcome to our last Summer Staycation activity. It's so hard to believe the summer's over already, but I hope you had as much fun throughout the entire time as I did. For this last week, we are going to be exploring our own stories and finding different ways to share our history with the people around us. Today's activity in particular is my favorite because you're getting the opportunity to create something beautiful and connect with someone who you maybe not have seen for quite some time. So we're going to be making our own marbled paper, just like this. Marbled paper is something that's so much fun to make, and we're going to use our own marbled paper to write a letter to somebody who you maybe haven't seen during everything that's been going on. To get yourself started, you need a couple different materials. We're going to do 2 different versions today, so you can figure out which one you like yourself and try them both at home. So for our first version today, you need an aluminum foil container or something that's nice and shallow, not too heavy. You need some milk, some dish soap, some Q-tips, food coloring, and watercolor paper. For the second one, you need even less. All you need is shaving cream, again a similar container, food coloring, and your paper. It always helps too to have a little piece of cardboard just to help, and that's what you'll get to see as to why in the next little bit. With that, let's get ourselves started. Like I said, we're gonna try 2 different techniques for our marbled paper that we're gonna be making today. As you can see, they both turn out a little differently. So this one that has a lot lighter of a color is what we're going to start with, and that's done using milk to make our marbled effect. This one is a little different and it's a lot more vivid or bright colors, and that's what we're going to do using our shaving cream piece. So let's just start with the milk first. So step 1 is to cut your paper so that it's a good size for the note you want to write. You might want something that's a bit bigger, but no matter what, you need to make sure that it'll fit inside the tin that you're going to be using. And then you're going to take some milk. I've got 1% milk. The higher the fat content in your milk, so you could use whole milk, you could use almond milk if that's what you have at home. The higher the fat content, the more colors are going to kind of pop. And that has to do with the scientific reaction that's going to happen between the dish soap that we use and the milk itself. So because we're only using 1%, the reaction that you see is going to be a little less intense than it would be if you used a higher fat content in your milk. So you've poured your milk, so you should cover the entire bottom in a nice shallow layer. And then you're going to take your food coloring and you're going to add some drops all around your milk. Do some big drops, and then you can kind of even splurt it around a little, just like that. I've poured a little bit of my dish soap just into a smaller container, just so it's a bit easier. And then you're gonna take your Q-tip, you're gonna dip it into your dish soap, just like that. So you want a little bit of dish soap, not too much. And then as you dip your dish soap into your food coloring, it's gonna move all of the colors around your milk. So you're gonna dip a couple times, and then your milk starts to marble with all of the different colors. And then you're gonna take your piece of paper and you're gonna set it inside the milk. So you're gonna sit it there for a little bit, make sure all of the paper is touching the milk, so you've gotta push it down a little bit. And then you might get a little messy, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna peel it out, and then you've got your marbled effect on your paper. It drips a little bit, and that's okay. If you wanna move it and change directions, then you'll get some different effects on there as well. This one turned out really green and cool, which I really like. So we're gonna set that aside to dry. The milk gets a little muddied after you do 1 or 2 prints. So make sure that you change it up. You can add a little bit more milk and try a different pattern whenever you're ready. But you don't wanna keep going when it's gotten to be a muddied color, because then the paper won't look as nice. And next we're gonna try our shaving cream technique. So this one, like I said, you come out with a different finish. This one comes out a lot more vivid and a lot brighter colors. So for this one, you're gonna get a little messier and use some shaving cream. Mom or dad have some, or it's easy to find just at the dollar store too. This one is a gel shaving cream, so it's a little different than just a foaming shaving cream, so that means I have to get a little messier. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna squirt it into your container. You want a nice full layer. Mine is squirting everywhere. All on the bottom, just like that. So as you can see, because mine is a gel shaving cream, it's not really foamy. So I'm gonna use my hand to foam it up. So now I've got big foamy, kind of almost like clouds all over the bottom of my tray. So for the next step, similar to the last one, you're gonna take your food coloring and you're gonna do a bunch of different drops all around your shaving cream. And this time I'm just gonna do blue and red, and we're gonna see what comes out of it this way. So a bunch of different ones. So then in this case, I've got a lot of different food coloring. So again, you're gonna take a Q-tip, or if you have a dowel or a toothpick at home, it works that way too. And you're going to move all of your colors around. So you're gonna swirl it around yourself. So as you can see, the purple is coming out. So that's what happens when you mix the blue and the red together. So I'm getting a little bit of a purple, which will turn out really cool when it's all finished. And then you're gonna take your piece of paper again, and you're gonna press it into the foam. So this time around, it sticks there, which is nice and easy. You're gonna give it a little bit of a wiggle, and you're going to peel it off, just like that. So as you can see, it's stuck on. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna set your foam aside, take your little piece of cardboard that we had, and you're gonna use it as almost like a squeegee, and you're gonna pull it across your paper. And then there you go. So look at how that one turned out. Like we said, it's a lot brighter of a color than the other one, but it turns out really cool. So with that, you've gotta be patient, set it aside to dry. Once all of your papers are finished, then you're gonna wanna make sure to get a nice pen or a marker or a pencil, and you're gonna write your note to somebody special, fold it up in an envelope, make sure to put their address on the front with a nice little stamp, and send it to them to let you know that you've been thinking about them. Especially when we aren't seeing everybody as much as we like to, it's a nice way to just send somebody a smile in the mail. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. It's hard to believe this is the last of our summer staycations, and I hope you enjoyed them. I can't wait to see your final creations if you share them with us at Visit Pama on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. You can see this activity and all of our others that we've done this week and all summer long on our website, pama.peelregion.ca, on our Pama at Home webpage. I hope you had a great summer, and we look forward to seeing you again in person this fall when we reopen. Thanks, and have a great last week of summer.